Hello, my name is Rodney Rastall. I'm the president and founder of Hanahawk Communications. Since 1985, in one way or another, I've been in the storytelling business. Now, most of the stories have been videos for companies, telling of their successes, ambitions, or telling about their products and what makes them special. What I've enjoyed most over the years was telling a personal story, usually a profile of an executive or a sales rep, but sometimes an ordinary person with a wonderfully human experience to share. Recently, I lost my uncle, my mother's brother, to cancer. He meant the world to me and to many others. He knew he was dying for almost 6 months. I wanted to interview him, to get his stories, the things he remembered about his life that were special, to capture special messages for family members, to have something deeply personal with him left behind after he was gone. As a family, I guess we were in denial, for I never did get him on camera. And we have pictures, some vacation video, but nothing that truly celebrated his life or held for future generations his wisdom and his life experience. I realized my family was not the only one to experience this void, to have someone who's here one day, gone the next, with little to preserve the richness of the life they led. That's why I started the Legacy Division of Hanahawk, to offer families memories that will never fade. At one time or another, we will all pass from this life, but we don't have to be forgotten.
Rodney Rastall and Hanahawk Communication have produced videos for Paige Robbins over the past 7 years. They've chronicled our care that we provide, as well as stories from the caregivers and the participants that we have with dementia themselves. The ability that Hanahawk has to capture the essence of the person is incredible. The sensitivity that Rodney uses in interviewing techniques, he is in touch, particularly with seniors, but I'm sure with anyone, to be able to understand, ask the right questions, probe a bit, but in a non-threatening way, to get the story that needs to be told.
So your dad grew up in Chicago, and then how did he come about meeting your mom?
He met her while on a hunting trip in South. She was teaching school in South Dakota. And he went on a pheasant hunting trip with 2 other fellows with an old Model A Ford. And I have a picture of the old car, and them in they put on their suits, but their old rough shoes were still on, walking shoes.
He must have liked her. You know, she must have made an awful good first impression on him on that hunting trip.
Well, I guess so. Anyway, they married. They corresponded for a short time, and shortly thereafter, they married. In 23rd of May, 1923 or 4, and I'm not sure which. I think they moved here. They bought this house in 1924 in the spring. Right. This 25 acres. I remember I woke up when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and Mother said, "Walter, there's a light in the chicken house." He said, "There is," and he reached up over the door. There's a couple of nails up over the door there. And he got a little .22 rifle down and stepped out on the porch, and whickety-whack, kabam, and the light went out, and the 2 figures hit this fence out there, and a rick. And they managed to get over the fence somehow or another before they got a second helping. And I saved one of the boards of the old chicken house, and it's got a bullet hole in it right over there. Yeah. And the .22 bullet, probably short, went through the board, but just enough to burn them and get their attention a little bit.
Right. Well, it made them decide it wasn't worth getting the chickens.
No, they abandoned their chicken deal, and we didn't have any trouble as long as Dad was here.
I would certainly recommend Rodney and the folks at Hanahawk to be able to produce a video that would be a legacy for generations in the future. I think also for people to be able to transfer some of their maybe spiritual thoughts, some of their values, some of the things that they hope for the future of their family. I think that would be incredible to be able to capture on film for children and grandchildren to come.
How do you want people to remember you?
As being a man of word. If he tells you it's going to rain, he set out your rain barrels. If he says he's going to knock your shit out of you, well,
That's going to happen too.
duck.
We'd love to tell you more about the different packages that we can do, from a simple on-camera interview with photos edited in, to more in-depth productions that include family members and friends. We look forward to hearing from you and having the honor of telling your story or the story of someone you love.